What's up, guys? It's Pillowcase56 back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about a game that I really like and I play a lot with my friends. It's NBA 2K, and before we start the video, I want to say I'm not going to go too in depth about this right now, but like George Floyd, what happened was just terrible, and like I support the protests that people are doing. Just like, don't take advantage of the protests, of the people protesting by looting stores. But I support the protests, and I support Black Lives Matter and all of that, so yeah. And it's really sad what happened to George Floyd. So on that note, let's just move on with the video, because I don't want to go too in depth and make the whole video about that, because I'm not like a political channel or guy. Okay, so let's get back into this. So, I'm going to be talking about NBA 2K, as you can see on the gameplay right now. But this isn't gameplay of the neighborhood, which I usually play. I just played a quick My Career for the gameplay. So, that's what you're going to be watching in the background today. And, guys, comment below if you like these type of videos, because I may start doing just a lot of videos like this, like kind of commentary, like I have one thing, like I have some gameplay going, and then I'm just commentary over it, because yeah, I don't know, I think the videos are really fun to make. So yeah, let's get right into the game review of NBA 2K. So the first thing that I'm really going to be going over is My Career, because that's the main mode that I play and that a lot of other people play. So first thing first with My Career is the neighborhood. I feel like the neighborhood is really fun, but it can also be very just like, it depends. Sometimes it can be really fun, but sometimes it's really just not very fun, because there are two things that can either happen. It can either take two like bad things that can happen in the neighborhood. Sometimes it just takes forever to get games in the neighborhood, which is really annoying. And I get you could play like the Pro-Am or like the Rec, and then you get games instantly. But I feel like the neighborhood is so much. I just like the neighborhood a lot more, so I just play in that. And it can be kind of hard sometimes to get games in the neighborhood. But the second thing that happens is, for me right now, my main build that I use, I'm only an 81 on, so like I still get some good games in the neighborhood. But a lot of the time, if I'm facing a team of 90s, then like they just like destroy us, and it's like it's not really fun just having like 90 overalls just green 7 shots in your face. So that's my first critique about the game, is that it can be very not fun when you're just getting either destroyed by 90s in the neighborhood, or it just takes forever to get your name in the neighborhood, get your game in the neighborhood. Now, going into the pros of the neighborhood is that when you are winning, and like when you're not just playing an insane team and you're playing a team that's equal skill level, it's actually really fun. Like when you're playing well, it's really fun. And if you're not just getting a park where you can't get a game, like if you're actually getting games, that also like, so if the circumstances are right, it can be really fun. But when you're just getting destroyed by 90s, I'd say that's not very fun at all. But the neighborhood, it really depends sometimes. Sometimes it's going to be really fun, sometimes it's not going to be as fun, but regardless, it's still fun just to play with your friends and just talk to them and stuff. But now, my second topic that I'm going to be going over, now that we've gone over the neighborhood, is the actual, like, My Career games. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't really have that much fun with them. Like, I'm playing them right now, but that's just because I'm doing them to, like, grind and get that stuff. But My Career games are fun, but they get really repetitive, like very repetitive. And I know it's kind of annoying when you have to grind My Career games for badges and VC and stuff. So that's my critique, is that I don't find My Career games very fun. But it helps. The game is a lot more fun when you have good badges and you have VC. So playing My Career games is pretty like necessary to being good at the game. So now let's move on to my next part of the game. So my next topic that I really think is awesome, it's kind of in underrated topic, I'd say, but it's just like buying stuff. I love swags and all of those things, swags, like all the stores and stuff. It's so fun to buy stuff for. Like recently, I grinded so that I could get Air Force Ones, like the lows, which cost 10,000 BC, and getting them, it's just so satisfying. Or when you get something good on the daily spin, like that's actually like, that's one of, in my opinion, something a lot of people don't realize. It's really fun just buying stuff and dripping your player out. So that's a topic that I think is awesome. Like, it can be annoying when stuff is really expensive, but still, if you can find cheap alternatives to basically everything closing wise in this game. So I think like that's a really underrated part. It's really fun to drip your player out. Now let's get on to my next topic. I don't really find any cons with dripping out. Like, yeah, some can be way too expensive, but then just get the cheap alternatives, you know? So, yeah, let's get right back into it. Now, my next topic is builds in 2K. Like, in my career, there are the builds, and, like, one thing I don't like is how some builds are very overpowered. And, like, it's not too annoying, but, like, when you're just, like, when I made my build, it wasn't a great, it's an alright build. He's a shot creator, but, like, I don't think it's a great build. So, and I don't really want to restart and make a whole new slashing build, because I don't even care if it's going to be that much better, because I'm not going to spend VC on the game, so what's the point of making a whole new build? But that's one thing I don't like, is that some builds are going to be way overpowered than others. Like, if you're like a shot creator like me who's not great at defense and you're guarding a slasher, then you are going to get either dunked on or crossed, and it's like inevitable. Or if you're just any type of guard, and like if your team doesn't have a center and you play a team with a center, that's one of the most frustrating things. Or when you're playing rush 1v1s and you're a guard and you go against the center, because they can just back you down to the rim, basically. Okay, but back into build-wise, also badges. I do like that a lot. I think the badge system this year is awesome. And I think, yeah, badges I have no very, critiques with. Like, some are overpowered, but it doesn't matter, because you can just get those badges. But, but one thing that can be really, annoying is that the game is kind of pay to win. Like, I haven't spent any money on the game, but if you do, you're gonna get your player higher up, and it's gonna be a lot easier. So that's one thing I don't like. But it's fine. You can still be pretty solid at the game without buying anything like me. But, yeah. So, overall, in conclusion, I think NBA 2K is an awesome game, and it's really fun to play with your friends. There are still some parts that they need to smooth out, like my team and, all the other modes have not been touched as much as my career has. But, yeah, NBA 2K, it's a really fun overall game. And I would highly suggest anyone who's never played it yet just to get it, because it's really fun. But one thing I do suggest for anyone who's just buying it now is definitely look up a build. Because when I made my build, I was just I wasn't thinking about what I was making. So then I made a pretty bad build. So look up a build when you're making your first build, because I know you can make multiple, but it's still annoying to have to grind a whole new one. So I would say look up a good build when you're making it, when you're making your first My Career build, and you'll be fine. But overall, thank you guys for watching so much. Tell me if you want more of these commentary videos, because I really enjoy making them. And yeah, I think go cop NBA 2K if you want. I think it's an awesome game. If you want, you can play with me and my boy Hugh. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.